So I made this amazing soup the other day, yesterday, and I thought I'm going to record and show how I did it. Well, I used 4 tomatoes, but today I'm going to just use 3. 2 lemons, or 1. 2 eggs. I'm going to cut some onion up. Not going to use the whole onion, just like that much of the onion right there. Garlic and this pepper, cayenne pepper, just a little, and about a teaspoon of salt. Salt is great. Help retain water in your body. This salt has 66% potassium chloride, which is different from the regular table salt. We tend to be deficient in potassium, so this is really great to put in quite a bit. It gives it good flavor too. And of course I got flavoring for the soup. You can use any kind of flavoring, but this is really good. And soy sauce, also some flavoring for the soup. I'm gonna cut some mushrooms, add them in later, and put some spices and cheese and butter. I even have some seaweed, but I just wanted something in there that was green. Normally I would have put a kale and cut it up and put it in there with the soup, but I only got seaweed, so I'm going to put that in. And I got some cheese, some mozzarella, but you can use any kind. So most of this I'm going to put in my vacuum blender, and I'm going to blend it up. Vacuum blender is awesome. Let's get to work. Alright, so today I'm going to make an awesome soup, and what I'm going to put some tomato, lemon, onion, garlic, eggs. Gonna put all this in a blender with some water, about 500 milliliter. Gonna blend it up in my vacuum blender. And then I'm gonna put it in this crack pot, cook it till it boils. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix some salt, spices, some mushroom. I'm gonna cut up the mushroom, and some cheese. Then I'm gonna put some soy sauce for flavoring, and in this packet here for flavoring as well. And it's gonna be awesome. I mean, like, after you make this, you can eat it, you know, straight up, or you can mix it with spaghetti or whatever. Oh, and I'm gonna put in some seaweed for my green. I don't have any kale, but seaweed's okay, just for some texture. I made it yesterday, it was awesome, so here we go. Alright, so here's the fun part. I get to do this automatic blending. It's my mix with the water level about here. Doesn't really matter how much water you put. Strange. Okay, I gotta close the thing. So now we start it up, and it's gonna blend to a good puree. It's gonna be kind of like a soup. You could drink it just like this after it blends, but I decided, you know, I want to cook it and make it into a soup. It's just a little better. Alright, so I got my mix done, and I'm gonna put it here to cook. You could eat it just like this, and it'll be fine. But to make it even better, just cook it and mix some more nutritious food in with it. So this is gonna cook like a tomato paste, and I'm gonna put my eggs in there. I put my eggs in there, and I got butter. You don't have to put this much, but for me, the more the better, because it's just pure fat, and fat is great because in my mushroom. Fat is great because it gets your body metabolism used to burning fat instead of carbs. And so when you do your fast days, your body's already accustomed to searching for fat to burn up and becomes more efficient at burning fat, which is what we all want. Throw some cheese blocks for flavor. You don't have to put cheese if you don't want to. Main thing is just the tomatoes, really. The rest, I just kind of used my imagination for what would taste good, and usually I'm right about those things. I'll just have that natural cooker. Now I put in some potassium salt. It's got 66% potassium chloride and 33% sodium chloride. The salt is great flavoring and retains water and is needed for daily function. A lot of people say, oh no, don't eat salt. Yeah, I go get my blood test and it's still normal. I'm not high blood pressure and I eat plenty of salt. Salt good for you. Whatever they tell you in school is wrong. So now I got everything boiling up. I added all my spices, my eggs. I'll put my seaweed. I kind of got a liking to the seaweed because of the sushi that I eat a lot, and they always had seaweed. Plus, during this quarantine, I haven't been able to go get food like kale, so I just mix this. It can be stored much longer without refrigeration. Anyway, so this is gonna be done in about a few minutes, and I'll just let it sit for about 10 minutes before I eat it once it's done. And it's gonna taste super good. And look, the butter, it's almost melted. It's gonna be good stuff. Very nutritious, very tasty. Help keep your diet intact. Alright, so now it's boiling. I turn it off and I'm gonna let it sit here for a couple minutes and then eat it. Should be good. Thank you. Have a good day.